Heyo, and good morning. Welcome in, welcome in. Continuing with Dawntrail today. I've said it before, but every time I don't stream on the weekend, it feels like it's a long pause or like a long break. Like it's been forever, but it's only been like, what, three or 4 days. But welcome back, we're back. We got Dawntrail today, and then we got 12 on Thursday. There's another break on Saturday, but welcome in. Got a little Alf note here. Playing as Nimmy today. Well, I guess the only character I have that's at Dawntrail right now, but oh well. I think I finally got all the audio figured out, but please let me know if anything needs to be adjusted. Thank you. Hope you're having a great morning. Great start to your day. Much would like to explain that by the time I arrived to investigate a sudden surge in ether, there were already fallen giants everywhere. Right now, everyone is preoccupied with starting early this time. Okay. With treating the wounded. Pray catch your breath and then lend a hand where you can. We're the master at lending a hand. Seems like what we do all the time. Oh yeah, we just completed the dungeon, the little mountain dungeon. You are ready. There are many injured here who need aid. Do you find anyone passed out from their wounds? I ask that you alert me to them. Otherwise, I shall be tending to whomever requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen to these people's hurts. To these people's hurts. Don't worry, I will treat your hurts. I've always wondered something since Stage came out. They have the 4 little thingies. Oh, I forget what they're called. But they have the 4 little thingies. Why can't they control them individually? Kill 4 people at once. Nah. You, the third promise's protector. Everything was bathed in bright red. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. Blood for the blood god. Nah, you thought we was here to save you? Nah. Blood for the blood god. Everything burns. The touch of cloth is agony, yet I will live. Leave me. There are others in more dire need of help. Imagine how the tables would turn if we wasn't like a villain arc. We're not even like a villain arc, just like a not good arc. Anti-hero, there we go. My wounds are nothing serious, but the dryness in my throat, it's as if all the moisture has left my body. It would probably be the whole universe. Just Final Fantasy in general, just gone. Obliterated. We sneeze and it's just gone. We're just there, floating the vast emptiness of the ether. As Heidelin looks down on us in disgrace. Done all I can for now. The injured you found were awake and alert, huh? That as well. We've left the injured as comfortable as we could. Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Once I'd killed the giant attacked by the mountain bird, the group's leader, oh good lord, Vorporlor, I believe they called him, made me depart. It was then that I felt an intense wave of ether and returned to find Vorlor's echo in this state. I rushed to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same warning. I forget how to say the name. Had broke free with big dragon thing. Thus did I contact you with all haste. Well, we're going to need more information than that before we can deal with this situation. Just jump in it. No hesitation. Yes, we should speak with the temple guard and see what's become of the Sky Ruins prison. Hello, hello. I see you got the Viper. A high luminary grants you entry and awaits you within.
What happened?
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me. A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit. Who enters this hollowed hall?
Ah, of course.
A claimant.
Oh, and here we have the mighty Valigarmata.
Valley Garmada.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror.
is as they say. Kululjaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and reason. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
You mustn't!
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
Ah, yes, let me murder my subjects to gain the throne. Makes perfect sense. Cannot be any objections if there's no one left to object.
Messenger to Tuli Yorol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
So, what's the plan?
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valiarmanda. This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
I mean, to be fair, we did defeat a creature that destroyed worlds. So, we do have that under our belt.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades, now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
And what will we do?
Pew pew.
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
If you're resolved to slay Valikarmanta, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
You know, he doesn't fight. I just imagine during every fight, he's just hiding in a bush somewhere, just staring at him.
Inform the Bello of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
Just cheering from the safety bush. Sorenville. Any ideas on how we can track them? I already forgot how to say it. Valley Garmanda or something like that. They're horrible with names. The tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us ascertain the Sky Ruins' whereabouts far more quickly. Though it's a royal vigil of extraordinary nature. Yep. Garmanda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporeal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means this device should come in handy. What? Floating hand. Now that's now's not the time to be playing with toys. This is no toy, it's an ether seeker. As the name suggests, gleaners use it to detect the ether of living beings. And you've had that in your pack this whole time? It's just squirming around in there. I can collaborate it to... or calibrate. I can calibrate it to follow a specific ethereal aspect. The problem with Valigarmanda, however, is that it can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, or lightning. Hey, good morning, Cake! Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Hopefully your stream went well. I caught part of it. Well, we know that in order to awaken Valigarmanda from its icy imprisonment, Bakulajada can cast spells which quicken its fire aspected ether. What's up? What's up? How'd the last little bit of your episode go? Playing some The Walking Dead? And the residents here were uniformly afflicted by burns. And therefore, the logical conclusion is that, upon breaking free, Valley Garmonda unleashed a great fiery blast. And then the choice is plain fire. It's plain fire. Fire! The Seeker, however, is not without its faults. As we were not able to input our quarry's unique etheric signature in advance, the device will respond to any living source of fire-aspected ether. So we have the reliable, yet slow, method of information gathering versus the potentially swift but easily misled Gleaner tool. I say why not pursue both methods at the same time? Good idea. We'll have the first to fall back on if the second fails. You travel with me then, Nemi, in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. The rest of you can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Sky Ruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the... I forget how to say it. Very few are seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Valley Garmont. I should like to be close at hand should their condition suddenly worsen. Right. It sounds like we all have work to do. Just pointing. We should be on our way as well. Yeah, all good, all good. Enjoy, and good luck with whatever you're doing. Is that a pie? Hold on. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the Seeker to detect fire-aspected ether. Oh, dude. Oh. You want Oreos and milk? Yeah. Now you got me craving something. Way to go, man. Come on. I'm hungry. Oreos and milk do sound pretty good right now. But we shall endure. Ah, no, it's teriyaki. Almost looked like a pie. I do have some. I just don't want to pull it out on stream. It's not the quietest. Pull it on stream, yeah. Just like rankle the whole package. Hearing? You don't need it. I'll be sure to turn the mic all the way up as I open the package. Alright, the Seeker is ready to go. Warlord's Echo is still suffused with the Sky Ruin's residual ether, so I've excluded it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the sensors. Mega yes, no, oh no, mine's double stuffed. I did not get the mega stuffed. I have trouble finding the mega stuffed. Let's begin tracking, shall we? He shall follow us like a lost puppy. Oh, okay. Follow the thingy. Dang, he's saying like right beside us. He's trying to go this way, huh? Huh? It's located something. Not quite the legendary creature we were after. Ah, yes, a sprite. Would you mind dealing with that fire sprite? It will continue to confuse the Seeker if we leave it be. So, collateral damage? Acceptable. Hey. Just mind your own business and some bunny in a, suit just comes and ruins your day. A necessary measure, I'm afraid. Let's try this again. Yeah, tracking. Yep. I don't think that's it, buddy. Frightening enough, but again, not what we were looking for. If you would be so kind. Reasonable murder. Well, thanks. I'd ask if it I'd ask if it gave you any trouble, but considering who you're talking to. Seeker, resume tracking, and do try to point out something useful this time. Little do we know, it was all intentional. And he's just having us kill random animals. That I'm totally not contributing to. Ah, another remnant of Valley Garmondo's last rampage. The crater's flames register to the Seeker as corporeal ether. In the words of the Tulliola saga, when Valley Garmonda rages out of control, its fire burns forever, its ice does not thaw, and its lightning crackles without cease. Thus was the Dawn Servant able to turn the Sky Ruin's perpetual magic against itself, trapping it within an unmelting prison of ice. This is no mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is a strange feeling to see fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living ether. We can feed a sample into the Seeker and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment. Feed it. There. Now the Seeker should ignore any etheric signature but Valley Garmondo's. Had I realized this was possible from the start, then you needn't have fought those creatures. See? Intentional. Intentional murder. It was all planned. All planned. Meditated. My apologies. It seems I still have much to learn from this journey. It seems I still have much to learn from this journey. As a gleaner and as a guide. Teriyaki, anyone? This time, the Seeker should be attracted solely to Valley Garmonda's ether. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. Tracking. Moving on. Still ways away. We gotta go down? Do gotta go down. Excuse you, I am just walking here, minding my own business. Good, the Seeker was drawn directly to the Sky Ruin's fire. Now we know we've set the correct parameters for its ethereal aspect. I'll try increasing the threshold for etheric concentration. That should direct us to the Terral Vidral itself. We're calibrating, beep boop, beep boop. Another one over there. I think we'd notice if Valley Garmonda was inside this passage. Let's head through to the other side. Just hanging on the side of the rock waiting. So different on this side. So much prettier. You spin me right round.
The trail ends here, it seems. Could Valley Garmonda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all. In any case, I'm almost certain the Vitral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lador. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
Alphinaud was assisting the Rock Hoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valley Garmonda?
Warkor Lador. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vitral would be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valley Garmonda seeks to replenish its ether.
We better not give it a chance.
Stop! I remember the cabin in Tennessee. We got so high we cried, and you looked like
Whoa.
Mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
Pretty sure we've already kicked their asses once.
Sorry, it is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valley Garmonda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valley Garmonda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lador, or you are fools.
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them? The monument to Valley Garmonda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined, we also number 7.
7 weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
Does he know who he's talking to? I don't think he does.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead. A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of this Tural Vitral my father was unable to kill.
Both my brothers here. This battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
Well, we don't need your permission.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people.
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chirwagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone.
We are still in her debt. This is true. Consider the debt repaid. Do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask your name.
Jeff.
Wuklamat, protector of peace and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
Assuming you survive, my old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return. Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuliyolal becomes. Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird. I don't care how strong the Sky Ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
Snakebird, so a snurd. Or Core Lordor. Ah! The thingy for the thingy to fly with thingies. Would you be interested in joining? How many more do I need? Oh, travel. It's a lot more. I need a lot more. The only thing about this expansion is that I can't roll my R's. And a lot of the words and names they say involve rolling R's. And I can't do that. I never did figure out how to do it. Ooh. Oh, wait, is this... Ah, it's a trial, that's why. Maybe. Just maybe. Oh, we can wait a little bit. Who knows? It might pop. You never know. We can try it. Might get lucky. I'll give it like a couple minutes, maybe like five or so, 5 or 10. In the meantime, see if we can find some of these currents. That's not it. That's it right there. 600 east. What if that one guy has a phobia of birds now? There is. How do we get up there? How true. Do you have to fly out there? I think you have to fly. You knew. Oh well. Oh, you got 2-seater? I am here. Up, is that not it? Oh, okay. Never mind. Got it. Bring it up down. Alright, where was that again? 434 east. So it's probably like right there. Roughly in that area. When do the dailies reset? No, they're today. 4 minutes. It might pop in 4 minutes, so. I am looking east. I am here. This is east. Oh, there it is. It was hiding from me. North. Oh, yeah. Can I jump down there? It's probably like right there. Up, I went that. Yep, there we go. I just probably further than that. But it's a start.
Why'd you pull the trigger? You won't find the light in the smoke and mirrors. You're screaming my name, but lost in the haze. Baby, tell me, are you entertained?
And dies to a cactus. Excuse you. Look at that thing. Ah, there it is. North what? So you're saying the way we just came? Oh, it could be right there. I'm gonna have hopes that it's over there and not back up the mountain. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just like keeping them there. But thanks for the advice. It's not here. Oh, it's gonna be up there, is it? No, it might be down here. Maybe. Ah, there it is. Alright. East. How many more we got? 4 more! Oh, so I think in Walker, there was one like in the middle of one of those fields there. What they say? Northeast. Maybe. Ah, there it is. Gimme, gimme. Southeast. Hey, very far southeast. Ba-da-ding. It's probably gonna be up the trail. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's just cactus. I thought there was one up there. All right, I'm southeast. Southwest. Where? Oh, is it up? West. Wait, go back, I'm sorry. Maybe. Just maybe. Maybe not. Oh, I don't think it's here. It's not here. Yep, that's gonna be up there. Anyways. Haha. Thank you, thank you. Ah, there it is. Falls back down to the bottom. Thank you, thank you. Alright, I guess it won't pop. Ba-da-ba. Where am I going? Oh, okay. Oh wait, I think you can do them unsynced and they still count for the quest. I think. Get up the rock. Get up the rock. There we go. I think you can. I think you used to. I don't know if they changed it or not. What? Nah. We wouldn't die. Bam, 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 bam. We're only be, you know, going for normal content, you know, at normal level. I would say we could blue mage it, but as a level 70 blue mage, I don't think they're gonna last. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Now I have no one to copy mechanics off of. Or just so happens to be a platform up there.
The stars shall grant me succor.
Man, they're just out here tanking hits.
Out of my way!
Okay, just get blinded there. Ah. Oh. Help.
That's far enough. Out of my way! You're mine!
Ah.
You underestimate me.
Think you're tough, do you?
Oh. Where are y'all going? I love how they just stood there. Whoa. Guys! Guys! Nope, that's not it. Hell. Eh.
Let's give them a show! I have you now.
Just as I planned.
Wait! Hold on! I did the thing. Up. Oh. No. I don't even think it was a full percent of health left. Alright, we got it this time. We got it.
Try this!
Bum, ba, da, bum.
Out of my way! That's far enough!
I have you now.
Behold the heavens' brilliance!
Ba 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 da ba. I didn't make that one.
Make ready!
Back off!
I had to make that one. Barely. Barely.
Behold the heavens' brilliance!
Let's give them a show!
You will suffer!
Ah! Ha 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 ha. Haha.
Why'd you pull the trigger? You won't find the light in the smoke and mirrors.
Thank you, thank you. First try, yeah, first try.
Baby, tell me, are you entertained? They're saying my name, calling me insane. I'm running like a bullet to the
No stumbles whatsoever.
We did it. We slew Valia Morta. A feat that even the great Kulul Chacha couldn't manage. For you, Papa!
At least I didn't do a red mage death.
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father. The Fidral was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference.
80 years.
Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best. I did, didn't I? Even if it wasn't at full strength, we defeated a living legend. I swear, I'll surpass the old man one day.
Anyone in their prime or not is pushover
This
for the
guy
word
Lurk
life.
lies dead, and still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
Well, I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
I mean, it was just the Dragon of Swords. We've defeated plenty of those.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
Your proud expressions bespeak a successful hunt. Yeah, totally. Yeah. No trouble whatsoever. No. Not that I'm surprised in the least. Sarelja came back earlier, but left almost immediately after Sarelja. I think that's how I said Sarelja. In tow. He seemed disinclined to share in any victory celebrations. That's nothing unusual for Sarelja. No, it's Vakuljaja that concerns me. He's probably far ahead now, making the most of the mayhem he caused. I still can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. If we hadn't slain for Valley Garmanta, it wasn't only these names, good lord, at risk. There would have been deaths across the entire continent. I'm more certain than ever that Bakuljado cannot be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. I beat the crap out of him. Oh look, Aetherker. That must be anxious, wondering where and when Valley Garmanda will strike next. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears. Aphanods as well, I should think. Yes, you're right. We shouldn't let them worry another moment. Odd word. Oh wait, we can just excuse you. The plant's casting magic at me. Oh, quit falling. There we go. I was gonna follow us the whole way. Have you seen the movie The Happening? Speaking of plants taking over the world. It's where like a bunch of plants like release like some kind of like pheromone or spores or something. And it like makes people go crazy and choice of words. do something to themselves to be non-existent anymore. There we go. I remember watching that and seeing like the lawnmower scene. I was like, whoa, whoa. I like that movie. Although I can't find it now. I don't know where. It's like, if it's streamed on anything or not. Non-existing. There we go. It gets pretty strange. Does make you wonder though. Before we do anything else, we should talk to Gerfurter.
To the temple, then.
That won't be necessary, heroes of the hour. Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song. We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town. But the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
The feat of ice. You were to fortify Valigarmanda's prison. How shall we proceed, High Luminary? What more would we test, Zurmurwer? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Gulul Jalja, then no one is. Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
Wait, so they got an extra keystone?
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokui. May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
Yokui. So I'll probably forget it in like a couple seconds.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
I'll consider it if it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
casual visitors. You Oklamat, was it not? I doubted you could slay Valikar Manda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Bloodlust.
A debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, good idea. That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess, a statue so tall even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shaktural, where they died in droves.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Book Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Perhaps who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams, no dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel. But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon their territory. Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So only Yokhui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude. I merely repaid a debt.
Easy there, buddy. Just a simple thank you.
Farewell, Rook Lamat. I do not think our paths will cross again.
Okay, Negative Nancy. Good lord. Easy with it. Hey. Completely selfish, yeah. Yeah. Of all the questions, chose to ask something about the Golden City. But although there is, it's not really a plant. I mean, I guess it is kind of fungus or plants, but there is one. I don't remember what the official name of it is, but it's called a cordyceps. In case you don't know about it, it's a like a fungus that I think it's Amazon. No, I don't know if it's the Amazon or something else. Yeah. I think it's somewhere, some kind of jungle, somewhere around there. It infects a bunch of ants. Its main target is ants and bugs. Causes them to go back to their hive or, you know, the colony and spread. Mass murder by plant. I don't think Vorpor and his brethren will have a sudden change of heart by Tuliolo. But that doesn't mean they'll never change at all. Today is proof of that. Well, that's what The Last of Us, that's what its infection was surrounded by, like a I think it was rabies and cordyceps crossbreed, I think is what it was. Something like that. If you haven't caught on, I'm big into like zombie stuff. Seems very interesting. I think it's time we return to Tuliolo. After scaling Tyrol's tallest mountain and battling a legendary beast to the death, even dauntless heroes like you could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next destination laid out in the saga. The respite would be most welcome. I believe I hear the four-hard cabins calling our names. A pillow where our heads must lay. Psychedelics also can take over human minds and cause people to encourage other people to eat them too, and constantly talk about mushrooms and include them in their fantasy media. Psychedelic mushrooms. Yeah, sometimes. I have heard of cases like that. Of course, there's the whole, like, bath salt thing going on, too. Although that's, like, a mixture of a bunch of stuff. Of no good stuff. But I mean, viruses are highly mutatable, so it's not out of the question to happen. It's like a 1 in a million chance of a crossbreed happening, but yeah, it's there. Chance is there. Yeah. But psychedelics do tend to do weird stuff. I mean, I guess anything messing with your mind will. That thing not to be tampered with. Must be a hunt going on. Yep, hunt ring. Done a few of those. They're pretty fun. You get some pretty rare stuff from them. I think you get the World War Z zombies. That was like what was it? I think it was rabies with some other virus. Rabies tends to be like the more common crossbreed in a lot of fictions, because it does pretty much turn you into a zombie. It's pretty good. I like a lot of zombie movies, you know, shows and stuff, as long as they're not like, I don't know, too dramatic. Like, honestly, kind of like The Walking Dead. Nothing against people that do like it, but like that one, it was like too dramatic for me. Too much drama. I like just my zombies. Man, I'm really curious what the other crossbreed was. But I mean, I guess it does make sense a lot, because, you know, you can spread it through bites and saliva and stuff like that. think it can be transmitted through blood too. Don't mind my little nerd sesh. Anyways, back to Final Fantasy. It's crazy how quick they put trains together, especially on like newer content. Might have to hop back into Eureka sometime. Like, finish it at some point. I didn't care too much for like the final rapier it gives you, but it would be nice to complete it. Is that all the quests? Okay, yeah, we just need the 2 currents. That's it. I can grab them real quick. Oh, it's down helping. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'd have to set up the tracker and everything again. That's not an open door. No worse. Does the door not open? Just stays closed. Aw. It is very grindy, but it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. I also need to do the Eureka Deep Dungeon. I forget what the second part of Eureka something. Or something Eureka. Yeah, Eureka Orthos. I played it a couple of times. It's pretty fun. I mean, granted, it's like the same concept as like the other Deep Dungeon. It's just a different level. Level difference and story and stuff like that. Do you have it unlocked? Dun, dun, dun. Surely it's over here somewhere. Wait, no, that's the one we grabbed earlier. Yeah, we can maybe hit it up at some point. Over the bush. What the hell? What? Oh, okay, it's just over here.
Wicked is the price. Why'd you run and hide? You can come inside. You're screaming out a name. We're lost in the haze. Baby, tell me, are you entertained? You're saying my name, calling me insane. I'm running like a bullet to the brain,
Somewhere right here. There it is. Should have one more. Southwest.
Why'd you pull the trigger? You won't find the light.
Probably like here somewhere.
You're screaming out a name. We're lost in the haze. Baby, tell me, are you entertained? You're saying my name, calling me insane. I'm running like a bullet to the brain, 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 brain.
A base. Maybe over here? Maybe. Just maybe. Oh, it's our little village. Oh wait, they're all hostile. Okay, I'm shitting down. Don't mind me. Just pass through. It's a lot of fields. How much longer I got? Probably. What time is it? 10. So probably like another couple of hours, roughly. I don't know. I've been pretty tired today. I might cut it a little short, but for right now, we'll say 2 hours. Ah, there it is. Ah, thank you. Bum, bum, bum. Was you about to get some sleeps, or are you staying up all day? Are the eeps kicking in? Ah, I got it! Haha. Cause I'm free. I can fly now. Alright, now to the main quest. Go back over here. There it is. Rest well, everyone. We can meet back here later on. I have a small errand to run in the city, so I'll leave you to recover. I'm the warrior light. I don't need to recover. Will you be heading to the palace, Woklamot? Woklamot? Did you hear me? Lost in our own little world, it seems. Well, no matter. I'll be back soon enough. An attendant is standing by to unlock your cabin. Enjoy your stay. Cabin attendant. I have no clue what they said. I clicked before I read.
You have a moment?
No.
There's something I wanted to talk to you about. So,
Spit it out. Anytime now. Just say it.
it's just too stuffy in here, that's what.
Oh.
We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air, that's what we need.
She just got in here. Fine. We're outside there. Happy? Sorry to drag you away from your nice, comfortable cabin, but I could feel the walls closing in. Oh, I know. I'll take you to one of my favorite places in Tulliola. That should help me get my thoughts in order. We'll go to the resplendent quarter and make our way up from there. English. Bum, 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 bum. Which one was the resplendent quarter? It's not the restaurant, was it? No, it's not the restaurant. Good lord, these names. Peshiwa. Peshiwa. That's what we're going with. Peshiwa. What are you doing up and about? Is your back feeling better? Whoa. She's old. It's much hill now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting your hardest to win the throne. I mean you can. You're the claimant with the greatest love for peace. Fighting and peace. I don't think those two words go together. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I can do. Don't worry, we'll get there one day. When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? Oh ho ho. There's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think it will help. She like some warlord? Are we making warlords now? I guess is one way to rule the nation. Yours alone is more than enough. Thank you, Bishop. You know what? Name. And thank you, old lady. There we go. Let's call her old lady. Third promise. I shall pray for your success at the contest. Off she goes to form her militia. All those smiling faces. They're smiling because of the bloodlust in war. Ah, sorry, Nemi. I'm getting distracted. It's just that with the progress we've made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel that much more special. Do you think we can take our time and maybe wander around a little first? Then we can head to that spot I was thinking of. Why is this starting to lay out like some kind of rom-com? This is getting weird. Heyo! Welcome. Oh, we're just playing some Dawntrail.
This is much better. I used to come here all the time when I was little. I'd look out over the whole city. Whatever worries I had would seem so small.
Hopefully you're having a wonderful day.
Do you remember what I said at the top of Warkor Zormor? That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural? Well, I've been thinking a lot since then. About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war.
To have true peace, you must have war.
It brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far.
Thanks. No problem. Oh, it's going pretty good. We're like towards like actually I think we're getting to the middle part. Maybe I don't know, but it's going pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
I realized nothing gives me greater joy than the happiness of others.
I'll say it's a nice change of
Life
pace.
has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
Thanks, the sort of thing. That's, oh, good lord. That's the sort of thing I'd expect you to say.
Really? I feel proud somehow. It's an answer I arrived at by trying to be true to myself. That you think I succeeded, it means a lot.
What class am I maining?
This is my plan.
I main Red Mage.
When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in harmony.
Yes, it is very fun.
It's just like Cryle said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be. It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. There's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies.
Aww.
If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me? Thank gods for that. Well, I have nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
Trick me away from my nice warm bed just for this. Not even a meal or food or anything. That does not look comfortable at all. Yeah, yes, well said. Yeah, I think Red Mage has a pretty smooth gameplay. Like, yeah, I do like the rotation. It is pretty, makes it pretty interesting. I mainly like the whole aspect of like, you can help, you know, it's not like the main thing to do, but you can help the healers a little bit. Your cure is not the greatest, but it, you know, everything can help. Plus you can be the whole Res Mage, the Res Mage. Variety, there we go. It has a lot of variety to it. I guess is the word I'm looking for. Love saving Mercy. Yes, it's the greatest feeling. Although it does drain your mana so much. You look to be good. You look to be in good spirits. I assume your leisure time was well spent. I mean, half of it was stolen, but sure, we'll go with that. I was glad to snatch some quality sleep myself. After all, it will soon be back to the road for us. Another one down. Level 94 quest, so I guess we are almost halfway. Almost. Well, going just by levels. I don't know about like story length. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let's consider all claimants as they currently stand. So Roja and oh good lord, Koana have completed every feat thus far and have 5 keystones apiece. Wuklamon would be equal with them, but for oh my god, Bakul Jaja Thievery, which has left us 1 short. That conniving... What? Sure, we're just gonna skip over that one. Then it's so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof, and wreak havoc for the feat of ice. He can't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what is mine. This, I swear. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, a Bakul Jaja unleashing an Balgam. These names. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. Blood for the blood god, blood for the blood god. I can't say I'd be comfortable with that. Nah, war's the path. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay Repast and the Lay of the Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamoja and Cerebral? I think that was how it said? Something like that. In the forests of the Yaktel, specifically near a village called... Oh lord. Igbrax? Sure. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in where I was a baby. Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it is said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawntrail, but little more than that. Eorza has a similar tale. The explorer... Ain't no way these are real names. Befriended a 2-headed king known as... Oh lord, Octarch? We're gonna butcher all these. Before commencing his travels across Tyrell. Welcome to the show where Phantom Rose murders all these names. I can't speak to save his life. Yep, that's what this is. Welcome. Just need to change the, stream title and... Oh, good lord. He journeyed here several times afterwards, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least that is the commonly held belief. Your two-headed king certainly sounds like Papa. So this Catern I don't even know. Fellow must have come from Tulliola. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet. Vestiges of what was it, Yakwe or something like that? Architecture notwithstanding. Wait, name, didn't you? Then another name. Must have met the Dawn servant in Mamuk. Mamuk? Is that a city? One of the grandest in Tyrol. Once upon a time, and the seat of the Mamoja Hemland, it too lies in Yaktel, not far from... Then all these considered, Yaktel seems the obvious choice for our next destination. Although I think we was going there anyways. From here, the safest method of travel is by... I feel like they're doing this on purpose. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. We're riding one of those Koana's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they? It's like a boat, but on air. Maybe a little bit more shaky. And more prone to crashing. The next flight to Yaktel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside. Here, okay, we're gonna try this. Dirigible. That's what we're going with. At all times. Sounds like a roller coaster. Are we sure that thing will stay in the air? All the way to Yaktel? No one's paying any attention to her. Are you ready? Bags packed and goodbyes said? There's no going back once we left off. Not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand? See? Rom-com, right there. Here we go. Just until I've settled my nerves. Maybe Urshville. That stick in the mud. He'd never let me live it down. There she is. Third promise. Wait just a moment. Ma bleu and tableau. Of course. I'll wait as long as you need. She's stalling. Sorry to delay, but we were able to discover the origin of Corral's earrings. Is that so? You said before it gained popularity in Dawntrail as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom her cells are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met in a market some 20 years ago. Little did he know, That charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. I'm like trying to hold back hiccups right now. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? The one in Yaktel. It's where it seems you are already bound. What luck. Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather there? Or yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rite. Thanks, I won't let you down. I've just got to board the dirigible, and I'm as good as there. Last call for passengers to Yaktel. The balloon. I really hope she wins. Yaktel will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next Dawn Servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be.
The fierce Shabral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yaktel. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named.
It's a big old balloon.
It is here, where the Shabral and Mamurja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Yaktel. It is very pretty. And she is sick once more.
Are you all right?
I've never been good with heights.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozumauka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
It was one time.
Is the Shabral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
And false. With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone in sight at all times. As we just gained flight, we are back to walking. He's so fluffy. That is not fluffy. I'm trying to do a story here. Be on my way. Good. Everyone's accounted for. That place is up ahead. Let's be on our way. I can attempt some of these names, but not all of them. Rennerville was not exaggerating about the... What do you say? Some notes? Something like that? It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Well, thankfully we made it here without incident. Let's not dally any longer. Yeah, that thing is pretty deep. Ready to head on in. Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. Or maybe the Elector will find you. The third promise and her I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of the Stars at the village center. Everyone is waiting for you. Everyone. And who might that be? There is but one way to find out. Come, let us follow. I mean, in order to be the star of the show, you gotta be fashionably late. So for us, we're on time.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
5 known would be waiting on your mangy hide. I wouldn't have bothered with a Ligarmanda in the first place.
Hello.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As a brass rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people. As all 4 claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. third promise. If you would please join us. Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Would that not count as 2 though?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Well, forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jajar. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. Might even help.
Claimants, please present your colors. I have red. Blue. On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red, which means...
Together again, as fate would have it.
Victory's as good as ours.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Not the one hit. Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Bibil.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
I think food has enough meaning.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanuhanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelupelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along? A leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future. The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
Ready, chefs? Cook off.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
You know, it just hit me. In fantasies, it's always the small ones, the drunks, or that admire alcohol. And Lord of the Rings and things like that have like dwarves, they're the drunkards. And here, the Palu, or Palu, however you say them. These small ones are always the drunks. And in a sense, the small friends in the friend group tend to also be the drunks. I rest my case. How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Makul Jaja's attempt to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong, and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Well, precisely. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes. Our competition has a team of 6, the 2 claimants, Thrilja and Bakul Jaja, lackeys, whereas we are a team of 9. That's 3 more people we can mobilize. With a task suitably delegated, it shall be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy. Well, we mustn't be overconfident. At least we make a careless mistake that could have been easily avoided. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe for something Pibbly or Pibbilly, something, I don't know. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of Zerl? Suburbra? I don't know. Zerl. Zerb. Or Zerb. The old people. Let us gather here once we have seen what clues this village has to offer. Let the investigation commence. just casually interrogating people about their way of life. Oh, hey, we can do this. There's something back here. Colorful spices. Number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in a basket. Have I done dailies yet? No, I have not. I have not yet. Sadly. I've been stuck on the story. That one's called... oh my lord. I don't know. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine. But its medically beneficial benefits are significant as well. Yeah. What else are we looking for? But yeah, I will have to knock them out at some point. The recipe for the lurk hibili. I don't know. I'm struggling with these names. I wish I could tell you, friend. It is so delicious, it's meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Hamu Aruk himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's still a brick to be had at market. Wink. Wait, can I get... Ah! Nope. Ah! I can wink. Haha. I don't think I can... I can only do it with the left off. We're out to cut our losses and head to Mamot. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think that he won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house's cat before. How difficult could a second time be? What are you looking at? Salt liquor? Salt liquor? Who are you calling salt liquor? Mind your own business. Salt liquor. Just picking up the salt shaker and licking it? Yeah, that's... What a great comeback. Oh, you got me there. Ah, right to the soul. Bum, bum, bang. Ah. No? Oh, okay. I thought there was something shiny over there. Bright banana peel. The shiny banana. An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoky. Oh no, it appears I've gone and dropped my... What? Nodule? 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 Nodule. Nodule. Okay, nodule. I mean... Jatika. Banana pill. I could barely see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. I've heard about that. I saw one thing where someone made like a brisket in like an underground oven. I've always wondered about that. You like start a big fire, you let it burn, burn, and burn. You add a bunch of like wood and stuff to it, or you know, whatever. You like get it really hot, and then once the fire goes out, you put your meat or whatever in there, and you bury it. I mean, of course, like, you know, you put like you know, metal or something on top of it. And then you bury it to keep it from getting dirty, you know. Supposedly it cooks really good. Or really well, I guess. I know. I've been craving brisket. I have a lot of cravings right now. I was gonna cook this week, but I said nah. And I was lazy, and I just got pizza. So I'm eating pizza this week. I did have some salmon and rice last week, though. And that was good. Real good. It's just so easy. You can either go pick it up or you just throw it in, you know, the oven. The Spider-Man meme. Are you me? Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, so what I like to do is, like on Saturday or Sunday, Monday at the latest, I basically meal prep, but like not fully meal prep. But I like cook a lot of food, or not a lot of food, I guess a bunch of one thing, and I'll just eat on it throughout the week. Sometimes, like, you know, you can make it last like a week and a half, but depending on what it is, you don't want it to last any more than like 2 weeks at most, depending on what it is. But yeah. Salmon and rice last week, and then the week before that was chicken Alfredo. That is like my best dish right there, some chicken Alfredo. What did we discover about the food? True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us or directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish. An observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to the food. But one in particular she attributed to all common dishes. What would say? Choti? I don't know. She called it. I see. Then if the food is indeed a dish as you good lord. As Alpha claims, we have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burying bundles wrapped in the leaf of nodule? We're going nodule. We're sticking with that. Or banana. In certain localities. This guy makes it even harder for me to read. I already struggle with reading as it is. But this guy right here. Chicken Alfredo also good. Yeah, it is. It's like my favorite one to make. And then salmon's like a close second. Meanwhile, only thing is, like, salmon is pretty expensive here lately, so I can't have it as much. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burying... Wait, we already read this one. Moving on. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? Yep, that thing, without a doubt. The thing for the feet. As would be expected of a dish called, yep, indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of a brook flavored with a combination of spices that includes the ingredient and steamed underground within nodule or banana leaves Some nanners. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a stable cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the surrounding forest while you all were exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and Wild Brook, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Leave it to the master gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our task. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready for the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in gathering. He has a lot of experience in it. I too should be glad to volunteer my aid. And the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I am happy to lead someone to a suitable Uruk, if they will perform the requisite deed. Alize? As for the nodule leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find nodule in these parts. They only grow in the Jaktika Heartland forest far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first? This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Yep, Lamenti. Mimi, if you would accompany me on my errand. No better way to whet my appetite. Good. Let us be about our task then. The cat has appeared. She has assumed her throne. Come on, let's go and get those natural leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. I'm getting kind of hungry with all this talk of food. Let us see if there are nodule leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook Oriange mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. I mean, you could always just take it from him. But nah, we wouldn't do that. Boing. Totally could have went the other way around. Front lines in the morning are so chill. Yeah, it's usually, I wouldn't say dead, but like, it's definitely not the hardcore players at this time. The few times that I've played it. Honestly, just PvP in general around this time. Very too late at night. Yeah, it does get pretty competitive at night. The sweats do arise. Oh, hello again. Did you need something? The sweats are crazy. I know, right? I'm not that great at PvP though. I do enjoy it, but I'm not that great at it. Nodule leaves for purposes other than the mill naturally. Unfortunately, I've just used up my last. You'll have to travel to the lower forest for more. Oh, good lord. Golmajik Grove is the source of the finest Najul leaves you'll find. While their variants you'll sometimes see in city markets can't compare. I see. I had hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture, but if there's no other way to obtain our ingredient, then to the Jaktika Heartland we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. Traveling there requires that you go through the traverse. Something traverse. But it has caved in due to the recent storm, I expect. What? But that means we can't get our Najul leaves. But we can, can't we? If there were no other way of procuring them, you would have suspended this feat or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. That's very kind of you. Any last minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find the meal to be delicious but daunting dish to finish. I can't wait. Still, if there are no leaves here, we can't travel for more. How are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and culture of Tuliyola. So perhaps there is something about the mill that we have yet to learn. Something of significance other than its recipe or ingredients. I see. Like, who was the first to make it? Its history, that sort of thing. Ahem. If it's Yaktail's history you're interested in, you should start with the Old War. Between the Zerebral? I don't know. And the Mamulja, right? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. To know the end of that bloodshed is to know the mill. Huh? What does steam and brew have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing though such a detour may seem, I can think of no other way to approach this feat. Devour. Okay, maybe I am getting pretty hungry. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of a settlement ruined by the war. The village of Asol. It lies a short distance to the east. The village? Understood. Thank you for your help. Come, let's go and see this place. I wonder how Google would pronounce all of these. Alright, so now we gotta go to the ruined town? Or village, whatever it was. Good thing there's not gravity. And then away we go, going the wrong way. We're going this way. Aha. The village must be further east. Let us continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors may be on our hills. You should get some ramen. I do have some ramen. I always keep ramen. I keep, like, for emergencies. I keep ramen and pizza rolls. Just in case. I would say pizza, but I've already cooked it. Yes, quick and easy things. Not the healthiest, but you know, it's quick and easy. If whatever I make for the week doesn't last the whole week, then I got those just in case. It gets the job. Yes, it does. I do got some snacks too, but I don't really snack that much. But I did get, I don't know how popular this is like everywhere else, but like I did get some crackers and some pimento cheese. That's the best stuff right there. Good little snack there. So this is the village of what's left of it. It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Is that the dude again? It is. It's the dude. That Wook something. I didn't know you were in Yucktel. He's everywhere. He's almost like a stalker if we didn't know any better. I was picking up lumber from when I heard the third promise was on her way to the site of deep historical significance. Sure you were. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service, and so followed you here. Wookavoo. I think it's a Wookavoo? Something like that? Evu. It's a shipwright who came to our aid during the feat of reeds. A pleasure. You are a member of the Third Promises retinue, or something, I don't know. I struggle with the words, okay? I presume. For the moment, I suppose I am. My name is Koana. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Koana. Now that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard? Ouch. Ouch. Koana. As in the second promise of Tuliyola? Here we go again. To think that I addressed the Dawn Servant's own son as some common retainer. Such disrespect cannot be excused. Please take up your gun and... Oh, come on, not this again. I take no offense, so please, do not dwell on it. Alright then, I shan't dwell on it. And right on cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about the mill. While I am forbidden by the divulge any information regarding its preparation, I would be happy to share what I know of Yoctel's history. We'd appreciate that. I mean, if it just happens to slip out, it slips out, you know. Yeah. In its most basic sense, the conflict between the Cerebral and the Mamulja was one of land. That's how most wars start. The Mamulja live in the lower forest, where the thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to covet the upper forest, the home of the Cerebral, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet the advantage ever favors higher ground, and the Cerebral forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them time and again. But as the state of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well, blessed siblings. You must understand, the Mamulja were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. The Hubigo, the Buniwa, and Dopro, each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged in Cerebral in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hubigo and Boniwa leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. It was long believed that partners of differing clans could not have children together. But then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of Hubigo and Boniwa, both a two-headed Mamulja. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior before eventually arising as the first ruler of all three clans. Basically a king of sorts. Such qualities would dispose anyone into leadership. Character notwithstanding. Under the king's role, the newly united Mamulja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to a head. I think at best you see the results firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. Moving on. The world is that thing?
This is where most battles were fought between the Shabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinder Field.
A field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been.
The war over these lands began after the Oqui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the
Two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter. Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago. Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Valley Armanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
Imagine being able to see other people's memories. Would be a curse or a blessing?
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the scale scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours! If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace!
Buff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill-deserve the bounty of this forest.
Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end?
This wonderful thing called a boat.
That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Belu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
most strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
It was an evening to convince you.
And so began that legendary banquet. One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamurja partook of spiced meat, and the Chevron steamed najur. Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the dawn servant laughed and declared once more,
So they mixed.
their flavors, he said, would be even better combined. And he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shibruk TV, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Shabral and Mamurja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The dawn servant had asked for a single evening. The feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the dawn servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
I mean, it is food after all.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong? Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
Papa really did live up to his words. He traveled the land and learned about our people's Marid cultures. And we're doing the same now. Book of Ooh has given us a valuable insight into the origins of the mill. However, we are still no closer to procuring the necessary Najol leaves unless... Tell me, was that historic feast commemorated in some fashion with a monument, for instance? Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. Maybe we'll find some stuff. Some scraps that fell and grew or something. I don't know. Quite the war zone out here. Here it is. Offered up by the two factions. These weapons symbolize their vow that they would never again raise arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, I thought it only logical that a monument like this might steer us true. Especially one at the heart of so significant a battlefield. Nimi, would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. Look here. This soil has been recently overturned. Which means... someone buried a box. His inner feline's kicking in. It's a box. Well, I would have been satisfied to find only a hint, but here they are, fresh Najol leaves. And Moo Rook's doing, I'd wager. There's a poetry in hiding them on this battlefield, given that it was central to the war they helped end. So he planned all of this from the start. Thank you again, Wokivu. We couldn't have found these leaves without your help. It was my honor to render assistance. And, with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well, I promise. Ever since I witnessed your performance in the Feat of Reeds, I have been certain that you are the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. All devised solutions to the Hanu's ailing crops, but you alone sought to know their culture and revive Ihihana or something like that. Even if it seemed unrelated to your task. In my humble opinion, no one cares more for the people of Tuliyola and what they hold dear. Should you again require the historical musings of an old shipwright, I am ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. As he disappears over the horizon. Can't argue with that. We have what we need. Let us return to the place. All the way back over there. I need to get some more tickets. But actually, with that, I think that's probably gonna be it for me for now, for today. But thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. If you're new, hopefully you enjoyed that too, and you'll come back sometime. For right now, I am planning on streaming again Thursday. It'll be at 8 CST, 8 a.m. CST. But I usually stream on Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m. on CST, Central Standard Time. Yeah, thank you for joining. And then sometimes I stream on Saturdays. I'm wanting to start streaming a little more often, like if I get free time, but it'll be just on Twitch. I stream on Twitch and YouTube, but you can also join the Discord, keep up with the notification stuff. I'm on Twitter, Blue Sky. I do have TikTok. I post a few clips on there. I'm still working on editing and stuff like that, but it is there. Other than that, hopefully I see you again Thursday. And hopefully you enjoyed. And have a great rest of your day. And until then, bye-bye.